こんにちは、ジャパニーズアモのミサです。Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you Japanese through reading Yotsuba again. So, a few years ago, I've made a video recommending this manga for learning Japanese. I can't recommend a better manga than Yotsuba for a beginner to learn Japanese. And even if you're not a beginner, you can still enjoy it. And we're going to read a chapter from the second volume.And this one is pretty funny and short, so it won't be too overwhelming. Okay, so this chapter is called Don't Mind. 四つ葉ちゃんが寝ているシーンから始まります。It starts with the scene where 四つ葉 is sleeping. 起きました She woke up. 起きる to wake up. And then the third panel. ゴロゴロゴロ. That's the onomatopoeia for rolling around. ゴロゴロゴロゴロゴロゴロ. And ゴロゴロする can also mean to stay home and relax or chill. Here especially say うちでゴロゴロする It means you chill at home. So for example, 明日何する What should we do tomorrow? Literally means what will we do tomorrow? You can use it like what do you want to do tomorrow? What should we do tomorrow? 明日何する And then you say ゴロゴロしよう Let's chill.Let's chill at home. ゴロゴロしよう. So the phrase Netflix and chill is not really a thing in Japan, but we just say ゴロゴロしよう or if you want to watch something, Japanese people usually watch TV, so they'd say テレビ見てゴロゴロしよう. Let's just watch TV and chill. Anyway, ゴロゴロゴロ in this case means rolling around. And then she gets up. Bah!Again, that's the sound effect for getting up. Bah! And then she says, おはようございます. Good morning. 父ちゃんがいない. So Yotsuba calls her dad 父ちゃん. So when you want to say dad, there are quite a few ways. You can say お父さん. That's meant to be the standard. And it's always safe to call your dad お父さん. And you don't really embarrass yourself.お父さん and you can use this word for your father, her father, when speaking formally too. But you could also call your dad Papa, but that's meant to sound a bit childish. So usually little kids only call their dad Papa. So it could sound like daddy. Or like Yotsuba said, 父ちゃん. 父ちゃん definitely sounds casual, informal, but people might think it's kind of masculine. So stereotypically, girls don't call their dad 父ちゃん. But yeah, it really depends on the person. Yotsuba is a kid anyway, so she can say whatever she wants. Anyway, she calls her dad 父ちゃん and she says 父ちゃんがいない. Someone がいる means someone is there, someone is here. The verb いる shows where a person is, right? And いない is negation for the informal speech, so 父ちゃんがいない dad's not here. And the next panel, 次のコマ Comma is how you say panel, by the way. だ Again, that's a sound effect for running. Actually, like the start of running. だ Like dash. And she says テレビの部屋かテレビ TV 部屋 room. So テレビの部屋 So room where they watch TV, right? テレビの部屋か So this is interesting. Generally, at the beginning, you are taught that the ka particle should only be used for the formal speech. You attach the ka particle as a question marker after des or mas. So you say 食べますか Will you eat? 元気ですか Are you well? Right? And when you want to make a question for the informal speech, you don't put the ka particle. So if you want to say, are you well? How are you? Formally, you say 元気ですか But informally, you just want to say 元気 genki. So you don't say ka. If you say 元気か you kind of sound like an anime character, especially a male anime character. 元気か If you watch anime where people fight, you might hear a phrase like そこか Soko is there, and you're usually referring to a place that's near the listener or near the person you're talking to, right? そこか means you're there. So if an enemy is hiding and you're trying to locate the enemy, you'd say そこか and you throw a ninja star or something, shuriken. And when the character says that, the character is not exactly asking the other person, right? Are you there? But that's more like rhetorical question, meaning you're not really asking a question, but it's like you're telling yourself, but you're not completely sure, right? So she's doing the same thing. テレビの部屋か. Maybe he's in the TV room. But you also use this ka particle, even if you're not an anime character, in the informal speech, when you realize or notice something. So you look at the watch and it's already 6 o'clock. You could say, もう6時か. Oh, it's already 6 o'clock. もう6時か. So it's like you are a bit surprised and you also find out something. So if you want to say, oh, it's already time, you can say, もう時間か. もう時間か. Or you're walking in the forest and you hear noise and you're a bit scared, like, びっくりした. But it was just a bird. You can say, 鳥か. Oh, it's just a bird. Or you open a gift thinking it's something different and your expectation was so high and you open and it's just a cookie, for example. You can say, cookie ka. Oh, it's a cookie. Or you're trying to fix something and you try something new and it didn't work out, then you can say, 無理か. Okay, so it's not working. Okay, so it's not possible. So again, it's not exactly like a question, right? So you definitely would hear this ka particle in the informal speech, but don't really use it as a question. So you don't want to say, Misa ka? To mean, are you Misa? Because it kind of sounds too rough. Genki ka? It's more common to say genki. Maybe it depends on the person and depends on the region, but generally in Tokyo, people don't make a question like that. Unless it's a specific phrase like, shall we do something? You make the let's form. Like if you want to say, shall we go? You can say, 行こうか. So, 行く becomes 行こう to mean let's go. And then you add か, then that's, shall we go? 行こうか. Or you can also say, 行こうか. But if you want to, for example, say, will you come? Generally you say, 来る with that intonation, 来る instead of 来るか. Again, it does depend on the person. My grandpa sometimes said, 食べるか? I mean, do you want to eat? But he was really old and it can sound rude if you're not really talking to your family. But back to the panel. テレビの部屋か? いません. He's not there. And then she's like, 仕事の部屋か? 仕事, work or job. 部屋, room. So 仕事の部屋, a room where he works, right? And then, トントントン. 階段を登ってます。Then 階段を登ったらお父さんがいました。She found him. Zun, zun, zun. Zun, zun, zun. It's the sound effect. Again, but it kind of sounds like his footsteps are quite heavy. And then Yotsuba says, なんだ?父ちゃんの踊りが出た。なんだ? It's like, what's this? What is it? What's going on? Yotsuba doesn't really speak like a girl. Kind of like a tomboy. I actually used to think Yotsuba was a boy when reading this manga. Anyway, generally if you want to say, what is it? You just say, 何? But なんだ kind of sounds more rough. But you can use this jokingly with friends, even if you're a girl too. Like you can also add yo, like なんだよ to mean, what are you trying to do? What do you mean? Or just, what? Like if someone is like trying to get your attention, like, hey, 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 in Japanese we just say, ね, 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 ね. You could normally just say, 何? Like what? That's normal. But you could also say, なんだよ to sound a bit more rough. But guys definitely say it. If you're talking to a close friend, that's fine. Especially guys. なんだよ, like, what do you want? Or if you say, なんだ, that's like, huh, that's all? Kind of disappointed. So remember the cookie example? You thought maybe it was PS4 and it's just a cookie. You can say, なんだ, cookie か. Oh, that's it. So なんだ can also show kind of disappointment or just different from what you expected. So if someone says, 痛い痛い痛い, like hurts so much, and then you take a look and it's just like a small cut. You were worried and you look at it and it's nothing. You say, なんだ. That's it. So, obviously it's good that the person isn't hurt that much. So you can't really say you're disappointed, but, it's definitely not what you expected. And you can say, なんだ. But in this case, なんだ is like, what are you doing? And 父ちゃんの踊りが出た. So 父ちゃんの dad's 踊り dance. 踊りが出た. 出る means to come out or to leave. Like you can say 建物を出る to mean to leave the building. So if you say place を出る, then that means to leave the place. But if you say something が出る, you translate like something comes out or something leaves or something appears. You could even, for example, say 新しいゲームが出る to mean a new game will come out. 踊りが出た kind of sounds funny. It kind of sounds like his special power dance is being performed. And yeah! It's like happy sound. Yeah! And then ha, ha, ha. And then 父ちゃん dad says 四つ葉父ちゃん一仕事終わったぞ仕事 means work or job, right? And 一仕事 is like a piece of work. So it's a set phrase. 一仕事終わる一仕事が終わる Literally a piece of work has finished. Basically it's not all done, but you finished what you wanted. So if it's a big project, obviously, there are parts of it, right? And then you were like, today this is how much I want, and you've done that, then that's 一仕事終わった. And 一仕事終わったぞ zo is basically the same as the your particle to tell a listener something new. But again, this zo is generally used by male speakers and not as common as the your particle, but you'd hear this zo a lot in anime. But you will often hear the dictionary form plus zo, like 頑張るぞ、行くぞ、見るぞ, and they could mean I'm doing it or we're doing it, and then can make it sound like you're quite motivated or you're encouraging others. So 頑張るぞ is like we can do this, we can work hard, we are gonna work hard. Or you say 行くぞ it's like let's go, we're going. The tone is quite positive. Or because zo generally sounds more masculine than your particle, it can be used for threatening. Like if you want to say I'm gonna break this, instead of 壊すよ which is already scary, you can say 壊すぞ壊すぞ Anyway, 終わったぞ終わったよ Hey, listen, I have a news for you. I finished the work. And then 父ちゃん is like それ それ means that thing near you. But それ can also be used like はや It's like when you ride a horse, you can say それ It's kind of like woohoo. It's just kind of random sound that you make. And then 朝飯だ So normally, if you want to say breakfast, we say 朝ごはん But you can also say 朝飯 朝飯 And again, it sounds more masculine and rough, so you shouldn't use it when speaking formally. But yeah, 朝飯 is just another informal way to say breakfast. If you want to say this is a piece of cake, you can say 朝飯前 Literally, it means before breakfast. So it's like I can even do this before eating breakfast. But here he says 朝飯だ to mean we're having breakfast. And again, this da at the end is the same as des, so it means to be. But kind of like the ka particle, we generally don't put da when speaking informally. So for example, you don't say 日本人だ to mean I'm Japanese. You just say 日本人 or 日本人です or this is a pen. formally, yes, you say これはペンです。You put this to be. But informally, we omit this and say これはペン. So we generally don't say これはペンだ, right? Because that sounds unnatural and it can sound even rude. But there are cases where you use だ and sound completely natural. One is when you notice something, kind of like the ka particle, right? You see something and you're a bit surprised. You can say blah blah da. So if you see a butterfly, you can say 蝶々だ.蝶々だ. Oh, butterfly. Or if you see the huge Godzilla statue in Shinjuku, you can say, Godzilla da. Oh, look, Godzilla. Or if I say Pikachu, I would say Pikachu da, right? Or you want to put the ne particle or yo particle, or you just have to put the da particle for the grammatical reason. Like if you want to put a noun and then the ne particle or the yo particle at the end, you have to connect them with the da. 綺麗だよ. You're beautiful. It's beautiful. So generally, when you want to say, it's breakfast, we're having breakfast, we usually say, 朝ごはんだよ. So we end up putting the yo particle at the end. But when you talk to kids, we put this da particle a lot at the end because you want to make everything sound exciting. Because it's like, if you say, 猫だ, then it's like, wow, there's a cat, right? If you say, 朝飯だ, it's like, hey, wow, breakfast. Alright, next page. 次のページ。お味噌汁とご飯と卵とベーコンですね。And Yotsuba says, うまい. So, うまい is basically the same as おいしい. おいしい is delicious, tasty, and you can use it in any occasion. But うまい is also common, but is considered to sound a bit more rough or masculine. So some parents tell girls off if they use the word うまい. I personally, it's not that I'm super feminine, like I was a tomboy once, but I still didn't really use the word うまい. So it depends on the personality too. But if you're quite boyish, tomboyish, although again, I was a tomboy, I still didn't use it, you'd use うまい. And guys also use うまい a lot. Not that おいしい sounds feminine though. It's completely fine if guys say おいしい. Some people even prefer it anyway. So if you don't want people to think you're even slightly rude, you could go for おいしい. But うまい is not rude. But if you're talking to older people or strangers, maybe おいしい is safer. It really depends on the other person. If they're quite strict, then おいしい is best. And then this is funny. She says, うまい. 今日の味噌汁はノーベル賞ものだ. So 今日の味噌汁. Today's miso soup. ノーベル賞 is Nobel Prize. So ノーベル賞ものだ is like, it's Nobel Prize worthy. It's something that can win a Nobel Prize. And then Dad says, Ahaha, you na. This is another interesting part. If you put the na particle after dictionary form, it usually means don't do something and it can sound harsh. So if you say you na, it usually means don't say it, don't tell anyone. Or if you say 食べるな, that's like don't eat it. And it's rude. It's usually a rude way to say don't. Because if you want to say don't do something kind of in a more friendly way, you'd use the negative form plus で. Like blah blah ないで is how you usually say please don't do something. Like 食べないで don't eat, okay? So 食べるな is a lot harsher than 食べないで or 行くな don't go. Again, is harsher than 行かないで don't go. Please don't go. But this 言うな is the same as 言うね. So again, the intonation is the key. If you say 言うな, then it's like don't say that. Don't say such a thing. But he's saying more like you're saying funny stuff. You're saying a funny thing. You can use this plain form plus na or ne to make it sound like you are impressed about someone doing kind of impressive stuff, or someone is doing something a lot. Like it's usually よく blah blah, よく verb na or よく verb ne. Like if someone is practicing a lot and you're impressed, you can say よく練習するな. Oh wow, he practices a lot. Or if someone is drinking a lot, you say わあ、よく飲むな. Wow, he's drinking a lot. And yeah, 言うな, it's like he says something funny. But this is kind of tricky, right? I've actually personally never said 言うな. So I would actually say 面白いこと言うね. 面白いこと funny things, funny stuff. 言うね, you say, huh? Alright, 次のコマ, next panel. Spilling. And then Donmai was the title of this chapter, right? He says, Donmai, Donmai. And this actually comes from English words. Can you guess? Donmai, Donmai. It means don't mind, but we use it like don't worry about it or don't sweat it. So we use it like when someone fails and you want to say, it's okay that you didn't do it well. So we use this in PE classes a lot. If you're playing volleyball and you missed, your teammates should say, don't mind. And that's quite nice. Like, it's like, don't worry about it, don't sweat it, it's alright. Yeah, it's English, but we really like to use it. I think a lot of Japanese people actually don't know that they are English words, so they don't even know what mind means usually. And yeah, Yotsuba says, なんだ? それなんだ? What's that? Again, なんだ is a bit masculine or kind of childish, so people generally say, 何? それ何? Right? And then dad says, 父ちゃん says, 気にすんなってことだ. 気にすんなってことだ. So, 気にすんな. This すんな part is very informal. The proper way is 気にするな. This な particle is the one that I said it can make, this is the rude way to say don't do something. So, 気にする is the dictionary form to care, to mind. But 気にするな is like don't care, don't mind. And again, it does sound masculine and kind of rough. So generally people say 気にしないで, use the negation. 気にしないで. Don't worry about it. 気にするな can sound rough, but if you change するな into すんな, that sounds more informal. And because it sounds very informal, it doesn't sound too rude anymore. 気にすんな. Also because of the meaning, right? Like, if you say 食べんな instead of 食べるな, it definitely sounds quite harsh and rude. So it really depends on the meaning, I guess. But you say 気にすんな in a friendly tone, it's okay. Anyway, 気にすんなってことだ. This ってこと is very useful. It means. So it can be used when you're explaining the meaning of the word, but it can also be used when you're trying to express what you meant. You know, not actually explain the meaning of the words, but you're trying to explain what you meant to say. You can also say ってこと. 例えば, for example, ちょっとは無理ってことです。So when Japanese people say, ちょっと, it's a little hard, they mean it's not possible. It's not happening. Anyway, don't mind. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. And then he says, 自分で吹け. So 自分で, yourself, on your own. And 拭け, that's the imperative form of the verb 拭く, which means to wipe. So again, using the imperative form instead of the te form usually sounds rude. Like, again, if you want to say, please eat, you want to say, 食べて to friends. If you want to make the imperative form, you say like, 食べろ, 行け, 話せ. Basically, if it's an irregular ending verb, then you change the last ru into ro. Like, 食べる becomes 食べろ. That's the rude way to say eat or go to bed. If you want to change the verb 寝る, you can say 寝ろ, go to sleep in a rude way. Again, if you want to sound more friendly, you want to say 寝て, go to bed. And if it's other ending, then you change the last u sound into e sound. So 歌う to sing, for example, would become 歌え, and that means sing. Again, you usually want to use the te form if you're talking friendly. 歌って, but yeah, you can say 買え, buy it, 歌え, sing it, 話せ, speak. And this 拭く becomes 拭け, wipe it. But again, they are family, and you know, his dad speaking like he can sound masculine. Yeah, 自分で拭け. Again, I personally would say 自分で拭いて, like wipe it yourself. They talk very informal and quite masculine. And then they say ごちそうさまでした. And that's the phrase we say after eating, right? After finishing eating. ごちそうさまでした. And dad says ごちそうさん. That's really casual way to say ごちそうさまでした. Some people think that's too casual. Like, some people might not like it if you say ごちそうさん. It sounds quite masculine again, and also kind of phrase that old people maybe use. Personally, I don't really like it, ごちそうさん. Because the reason why we say ごちそうさまでした is to show respect to food and also the people who cooked for you, right? And then here kind of say ごちそうさん, that's just you're being lazy about it, you know, being lazy about thanking them. So yeah, it's like not saying thank you properly. It's like た